There we go. Right. Hopefully you've got me this time. For God's sake. That should be it. I think this is good. I think we're there. I think we're all there. Jeepers. I do put one day I'll get this right, guys. Like, I was so pleased with it that time. I was so convinced that was like a seamless start to the stream. I waited for the very end of the bit of music and then I transitioned and there's no microphone. I do not know. It's the one thing I can't seem to master. I don't understand what it is I'm doing wrong, but I will learn. I will get there. Hopefully everything's good now. Hopefully the music's all right. And yeah, sorry guys. But I'll do what I do every time then. So I say hello to everybody twice at the beginning of the stream. So let me go back through the list. So we've got Dennis, we've got Alexa, we've got Harriet, we've got Wesley, we've got Josie, we've got Christian. Hello, hello, hello. If I've missed anybody, I do apologise. I'm a terrible person. Right, so we're going to hopefully finish this one today. Trouble loading the house. Yeah, it's not that, Dennis. It's something to do with... So I always have my microphone muted in that first few minutes where I'm desperately rushing around getting the last things finished for the stream. You guys always go live a little bit earlier than I do, and so I mute the microphone. But then for some reason it doesn't seem to want to let me unmute it and start the stream, which I don't really understand why. Right, but we'll figure it out. Right, so bear with me 1 second. Hopefully we'll be there in a sec. So there's one more thing I need to just do. I need to move that. Cool. All right, so we should be good now. I think I'm going to be... It might be a bit clickier than normal today because the quiet mouse I usually use has run out of battery, so I need to sort that out. So this is a high level of professionalism, as you can see. This is so laggy. Oh man, this is super laggy in here. Right, let me change some settings because I was hoping that we may well have seen a bit of optimization, but we don't seem to have seen that. Oh, you just started doing videos, Dennis. That's cool, man. Good. Right, what's the thing we always look for here? There's one setting that makes a big difference. It's that one. No, it's not. It's that one. Okay, so we're going to turn that back on. I seem to remember... yeah, it should be now. It should be good now, Wesley. Should be good now. I think it's usually the lighting, but it's an annoying thing, and I'm hoping that they or we find a way to sort this, because it's... Yeah, it's better now, right? It did this last time. It seems to sort itself out kind of after a few minutes of being in the stream. Kind of fixes itself, and that setting obviously makes a big difference. Right, so we did this last week. Yeah, happy with the way this house is looking. So just for anyone that's new, this is still laggy though, right? It's definitely, as it loads in the upstairs, it's kind of laggy. So we've got... That's not good. We've got this bit, this nice bit upstairs that we did in the first... Well, this was first, wasn't it? This was episode 1. And then we did these two. And then we did this snug room in the last one. So few things I think we can do today. I think I'm going to start on something fairly easy today, just at the beginning of the stream. I think we're going to start out here, and just do a little bit of decorating. I'm probably not going to do the whole garden in this house because I find I started to find the gardens a bit boring, to be honest. I mean, I might do something, but especially when you've got like a deck the gardens feel a bit more redundant. Maybe I'll replace the drive or something, but so I think we'll start with up here and do some basic furniture, I guess. So let's have a little look, see what our options are. What do we want to go with? So we've got, the thing is, yeah, you've got big lounge doors. Much for the computer to render. Poop Troll has said nothing. Yeah, hopefully we don't see that guy again. Yeah, I have actually played around with my memory this week as well, and some of my stream settings, so it could also be that. I've never noticed that the TVs turn themselves off as well as you go in and out. Anyway, so let's do, I'm just looking, yeah, so you would definitely use this as your outside space. You're not late, you're all good. As usual, I was late getting everything working properly, so you are, what does Gandalf say? I'm going to totally show my my geeky cards now. Quote Gandalf: "The wizard's never late." So he arrives exactly when he means to, or something like that. Something along those lines. Anyway, correct me with a quote. So let's have a little look. What do we want? We haven't gotten a load of space, so it can't be like a sofa because this is going to block. This would block your way through. So it's a shame you can't change this deck because this would be. This is like as good as it's going to get, right? Let's have a little check on that a second. Can I put down paving slabs out on the here? Because I would love this. Oh, you can. But will it work? Hot tub. Yeah, is it a bit small for a hot tub though? In fact, is there even a hot tub? Is there even a hot tub in the game? I'm going to play around with I'm going to try and play around with this paving out here first. See if I can suss this out. This may well be one of those like you get to the end and it doesn't quite fit. So let's do the big ones first. Get one of these jobbies. I think the way to check is to go from the house to this edge. Okay, so it's not quite big enough for one of those, and I don't think these quite clip through. Hey Duxie, how you doing? I'm trying to keep my eyes on both the stream chats today, so no hot tub. Often wish for one. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? The only thing. Oh, you're on both channels, Duxie. You're going to watch me on both Twitch and YouTube. You are the legend, my friend. Not me. Well, we could have a look. We can have a look to see if we can make anything look vaguely like a hot tub. Maybe that's a little challenge. Might be a bit tight up in this space here, but maybe downstairs would work. Yeah, I think you can make. I think I've played around with making the paddling pool look like a hot tub before. You're going to be swapping, all right. Well, if you don't, if I don't catch your comment in the Twitch, dude, then you're best to switch back over to YouTube. But I'm going to try and keep my eyes on both today. What am I looking for? I'm not using the right ones here. I want that one. That's what I'm after. So is this going to work? Let's go this way. I think this is probably not going to work. No, it's not going to work, is it? Plus it's going to get to it's going to get to those sorts of points and not work. And then it's just going to be a mess. Do not mind lagging when you're in that spectacular room. Thank you very much. That's very kind. I will sort it. I'm sort of trying to sort out some of my computer issues at the moment, but yeah, it's weird because it doesn't do this all the time for me. It tends to be after every patch we get a period of time, and I don't know if it's just like maybe it's a new when Nvidia does a new update and all those sorts of things, or whether it's just the game updates, but there tends to be a period of time and then the game sort of settles back down again. But because I had this on the previous house, when I did the boring house, it was laggy for a while and then seemed to sort itself out. Let's have a look at what options are in this paddling pool, or in this sauna idea. Yeah, I think I said in the last stream, Josie, for me it's like it's an indication of the fact that I've done enough. When the game starts to freak out and lag, then I know I've got enough detail. That's usually my indicator. Where's the paddling pools, guys? Where's that? Is it a garden flipper thing? Decorations? Yeah, see, this guy's massive, isn't he? It's a shame. You'd think a sauna, like a hot tub, like a nice wooden jacuzzi bath would look alright. No, I haven't started the bedrooms yet. I've come up here just to ease myself in. We're gonna try a little I'm not sure this is gonna work, guys, so this may well be another idea that I just kind of bin off. But I played around with this. I'm currently playing around with this for the spa. If you haven't seen the spa build that I'm working on, it's been a couple of months since I've done one, but I haven't forgotten about it. It's still going. But yeah, I played around with this. This is a sort of proof of concept for that, and it sort of worked all right. But we'll just test if we can get this to look okay. So the trick is obviously to hide the rubber ring. I think this is the piece I used. So this is obviously already going to be too big for that deck up there, but I'll just show you this now I've started doing it, and maybe we can include it in another house at some other point. That's that one. This isn't quite right, but that's fine. That's going to be all right for a rough initial stage. Right, okay, so that's the first point. And then we need to switch. Let me know, guys, if the mouse clicking is annoying as well, because I can put the other dude on charge. I can put the other mouse on charge and sort that out. So then if you basically do, like, I'm not going to spend ages getting this exactly right, but you can, if you kind of overlap and cover up the fact that there's then the green there, because that overlap is quite forgiving. This isn't going to look good, but if I spent time, I could get it to work. Let's try that one. So yeah, you can sort of see it kind of would work. Like if you blended that in, see what I mean? So if you like blended that all in with a bigger deck. Yeah, Duxie, the spa is basically a project. I don't know if you've seen my modern house build that I did a while ago. So it's using this method to like stack up things. There's a few of those videos. I did a house, and I did a pool house originally, and then I did a modern house. Alright, we're going to get rid of this because it doesn't quite work. Sharuk. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope that's not a butchery of your name. I'm never very good at those, but do my best. Right, so that's not going to work because it's going to be too big up here, but I thought I would share. So let's just get, we'll just get something basic out here. Maybe one of these little tables. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's very small, isn't it? I tried to do it, but I gave up. Yeah, it takes a lot of time, dude. It definitely takes a lot of time. That's why I've sort of worked on it a few times and then taken a bit of a break. I think we're going to do... Don't really want to be facing away from the view, do you? I think maybe we'll just do a table there. That'll probably be good. So... What's that one like? Don't think I've used that one before. That's quite nice. Make the lower level closed in parch. What do you mean, Dennis? Something a bit more grand, don't we? Plastic chairs are they're a bit budget. I don't want a budget option. This is a posh pad. I've sort of decided, I started kind of thinking about I do this sometimes. I have this weird thing where I like create an identity for the people that are living in the house. Sometimes helps you come up with an idea for how the design's going to be. So I think this is well, I was playing around with this being a young couple that don't have any children, so they've got, you know, they're surfers basically. Table and longing chairs. Oh, lounging chairs, you mean? Yeah, quite like might put some, like a bench here. There's a nice bench, isn't there, that fits. I thought we'd feel our way gently into this episode before we go and try and tackle the nightmare that I've created for myself downstairs. This is big. It could be used as a bench, couldn't it? That's not bad. Yeah, we haven't got loads of space though, have we? That's the problem up here. I love this bench. This is my fave bench. I think we'll just go with that in that spot. Do they entertain? Do they not entertain? They do entertain, yes. So this is their entertaining area. So this was like the grown-up area, and then this is when they're like just hanging out. Although they obviously like Super Mario. But hey, you can like Super Mario and be an adult. They're young adults, right? With a lot of wealth. They've got disposable income. They're basically never really grown up. That's the identity that we've got. Or old couples that surf. Yeah, well let's go with that. Actually, I prefer that. Forever young. They might be old, but they still can surf. They still can rip some waves. Get some hang time. Hang time's not the right sport, Toves. Like mixing my sports there. Hang time's basketball, isn't it? I don't know what. Is hang time? I'm pretty sure hang time is the wrong sport. I just. Is that right? I know you're in my stream all the time. I'm terrible with the names. I apologise. You're welcome anyway. Welcome to the stream. Oh, we've got new umbrellas. Have we got new umbrellas? So we've decided, yeah, so they're going to be an old couple. They were young once, and they were surfers once, and now they're old, but they still surf and play basketball without a basketball net. Why can you not put that in the middle of the table? Is there any way of getting that in the middle of the table? If I put the table... No. That's annoying, isn't it? What case do you have for your PC? I have a really big case, dude. I have like a massive, it's massive. I don't actually know what it's called. It's a Thermalite case. I can't remember what it is though, but it's huge. It's obnoxiously huge. Ping pong table, yeah, that's a nice shout. Maybe. Do we have a ping pong? No, we don't have a ping pong table, do we? Are you asking me to create a ping pong table? Be careful what you challenge me on, Sharuk, because whole streams disappear on such things where I have wasted all my time trying to create something that's completely useless in the game, but looks awesome. So maybe we'll do a ping pong table at some point. Probably will. I want a little table. I want a little corner, a little cheeky corner table. Not black though. I want one that's like a I don't know. That's like a rose garden style, isn't it? It's not really right for this. Is that all the tables we've got? Really? Alright. Maybe that will do. That looks stupid. 70-year-old surfing, yeah, exactly. That's what we've. That was not my idea, but we are definitely going to run with it. Right, what can we put on here? Plants wise. What do we all think of the new bonsais, by the way? I think they're interesting. They're an interesting choice. I'm sort of struggling to find a use for them. Bonsais are really high maintenance as well. Like you got to really take care of a bonsai. Love them and love the new ponds. Yeah, the ponds I really like. Do you know what I wish there was though? I wish there was a way of potting like these bedding plants into pots. That would be really nice. Because we've got so many good plants now, but you can only use the ones that are in pots. I think we'll have to go back to the normal decorations to get these guys. Plants. I want to try and get this house done today, so I need to not labour it too much. We might go with... I never get to use this big guy, so I think we're going to go with him. Oh, it's not big enough. It's not big enough. What about... Is that the same one? No, it's different. That's not too bad, but it won't... Oh, look at the hitbox on it, it's crazy. They're under the category of conifers. Yeah, I don't know really what I want. I want a plant. I don't really want like a box shrub. Let's have a look though. Conifers. Oh, I see what you mean. The bonsais. Yeah, bonsais. Bonsai conifer? Maybe it is. Maybe it is, I don't know enough about them. Maybe just a little... What about one of these, like, decorative... Is there a light coloured one of those? That's not terrible. But it's not anything. It's not anything. It's just a thing. That's a thing there. That's what's happening in that corner now. An inside tree. Yeah, bonsais are an inside tree, aren't they? Well, that's what I was questioning, because some of them are quite big. Like, you'd need a big house to make that work. Right. I want one plant on this table, and then we'll go downstairs and have a look at what we've got to do down there. See, these are huge. Crazy big. You can't live there. I'd love there to be a way of sorting these into size, or some way of grouping them by size, because this way of doing it is a little annoying. That's not too bad. We'll put a little table there. We're going to just go with a little outside. We're going to go with an indoor table, because I know what I've got then. Furniture. We'll go with this guy. No, this guy. Alright, you can go there and you can have a pot on you. It used to be that you couldn't do that. I made whole videos on these sorts of things. That you had to drop it. Low conifers get full stars on American Gardens. Oh, do you? Oh, really? I have never tried, to be honest. I've never tried to do... I have thought about it a few times, about doing a video on just, like, how to meet all the needs. Like, win the garden contest and win the sales to specific buyers and that sort of thing. But I always get a little bored of doing that. So generally what happens is I make a video and then you guys never actually see it, because I don't put it on the channel. So I've not been happy with it. Are we having wine? I think we're having wine. Looks like we're having wine on the terrace here, guys, like civilized people. Anything else that we can chuck in here? Just to give a little bit of detail. I think that's going to be it. We might come back to that because it's a bit underwhelming. There's no like... Oh, can I put a surfboard? Do you know what would be cool? Oh, let's see if we can do this. It's another thing to waste some time on. Right, so where are the surfboards now? Surfboards, oh, you can go on the table as well. You can sit on the table. Bit of colour. Whiskey for the old gent. Oh, yes, sorry, they're old, aren't they? You're quite right. So whiskey glass. Whiskey glass for Sir. That's a big old whiskey glass. That's a lot of whiskey. That's not a short. That is a big tumbler. He's got a drinking problem. They're surfers. They've got drinking problems. This is the identity. They shouldn't be allowed out on the waves because they're drunk half the time. The local community has to keep bringing them in from the sea because they're out there all the time, drunk out of their heads, irresponsibly. Children have left them because they can't. They're terrified that Grandpa and Granddad are going to end up drowned in the sea, pickled. Where are the surfboards? Are they another? Yeah. Okay, so let's just see. We might not be able to do this, but I'm just going to see. Can I knock this surfboard over and have it sitting on the deck? Oh, well, kind of yes, but maybe I've hit it a little bit too hard. This one will probably work better, but it's got to stick on the wall, isn't it? That's a bit much. Don't want that one. There is a way of kind of just giving something a gentle, just a little, not too much, just a. This is potentially not going to work, guys. To make a story. Is that what you're doing with your videos then? Sounds good, Wesley. Oh, you can put look at that we've just discovered. You can put a fireplace in the garden. Interesting. Right, we're going to waste some money just for a minute. Just to see if I can get this to work. I don't know why, but I've decided there's going to be a surfboard lying here. Shall we get one of the cool ones? Maybe we should get one of the cool ones. Where do these things live? Other. This guy. Don't really need the wood on there, but okay, so as long as now I've got something to block this, in theory, this should be a little bit easier. Oh, I got lagged out by the save. Put it back there a second. A fire hazard. It definitely is. Okay, this is totally going to work. See, that's all we needed was a little bit of an obstruction. And now if I jump up and down on it, come on. It's not quite right, is it? And it's to lay down. I feel like I'm going to launch it into the sea if I do this. Yes. Perfect. It's definitely going to be fine now. That was definitely worth it. It was totally not worth it. But there you go. What about a dog bed? Have they got a dog? No, they're not responsible enough. They've got a drinking problem. They can't have a dog. We could put some firewood out here, I guess. Kind of want to cover that stand. Alright, we're going to leave that now. We're going to leave that there. Go downstairs. Right, so we've got the things we've got to do in this house. I'm guessing you edit your own videos. How long does it take to edit? Depends what I'm doing, dude, really. Depends. Yeah, it really depends. Like, some of the videos take longer to edit than they do to record, for example. So one of those, so that, to give you an example, the modern house build took me, God, that's a lot. It's a lot of time recording that. So it's a 4-minute video, and it probably took me about a week to record that at various different times, and then probably about 2 or 3 days to edit it. But other videos are totally different. I'll take less time. Now that's kind of the advantage of doing like these streams. Like, I just play, you see everything, and I don't edit, so sometimes it's a waste of time. And sometimes it's effective. Right, which room are we doing first? I don't really like this room yet, but okay, so old couple we've decided, and we've got 3 rooms and a master. So this could be an office. In fact, we could just leave the walls off that. I said I'm allowed to take walls out, did I? Yeah, I'm not allowed to add walls in. I think that's what I said. So I could actually... Did I say that? Was that the rule? No, I'm allowed to add walls. I'm not allowed to take them away. That's what I said. Yeah, I'm changing the whole thing. Right, so I can't change the layout. It's fine. So I think we'll make this an office. We can make this like, we'll say this is for when the grandchildren come to visit. So let's do this one first. What do we want, little girl or little boy? Library. Oh, that's quite a nice idea. Yeah, we can make that part of an office, can't we? Sorry guys, I'm drinking coffee, so you might hear me making some slurping noises. Yeah, little boy or little girl, guys, what do you think for the spare room? Because we can pretend this is like a sofa bed, can't we? And say this is where bunk bed. Yeah, bunk bed. Maybe cabin bed. Boy, Harriet's gone boy. Which is the smaller room? This is probably suited better. Let's go for that then. We'll go with a boy. We'll go bunk bed. Yeah, both is a bit harder to do, Dennis. It's easier just to go with one. Especially if I want to do an office. I do quite like the idea, Shahruk's idea of it being like an office library kind of thing. That would be kind of cool. Although that's going to mean a lot of book stacking, but we'll go for it. Right, so... So what have we got now? We've got all the new stuff, haven't we? All the kids that do not sleep together. Wesley. They sleep in separate rooms. No. One thing you'll definitely should know. If you've got an alcohol problem, then they're probably spending lots of time together. They've both got an alcohol problem, and they've got no problem sleeping in the same room. I don't know why I've said that's a thing. It's not. It's not a thing. Isn't there a cabin bed? I want a cabin bed. I'm sure I saw the cabin bed in the review video that I made. Where's the cabin bed? Where's the cabin bed? I thought it was in here. Oh, I'm in HGTV, that's why. God's sake, I wish this stuff was tidier. Right, okay, here we go. I've got my own room, my hubby works shifts, plus he's far too messy. Oh, I see what you mean. Well, yeah, I have that as well. Like, I'm recording from my man cave. So, I think we're going to go with the grandkids though. We're going to go because I want to use some of this new stuff. So there's going to be a room for the grandkids, an office. But I do like that idea. Remind me on another house for that idea. So there'd be no spare bedrooms. A workshop. This isn't really the right sort of house for a workshop, but I think maybe the one with the stilts might work for something like that. I want this boy to be about 14, I think. So it's not going to be like kiddie. This doesn't want to feel too kiddie, so I need to get rid of this pastel blue. Why you'd want the drawers different colours, I do not know. I want like a Ben 10 thing or something, like a like a themed. There's quite a lot of opportunities when you think about it in this game actually for sponsorship, isn't there? Because you could totally have like, you know, bedspreads that are Avengers or, you know, something like that. Themed packs. Where's this blue? I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. Details. What's this look like? See, that's quite big. That would be too big for a small kid, so that's like decent for a kind of young teenager. It fits perfectly in that slot as well. Almost like it was made for that. Where's all the... So are these not grouped together? Is this one of the small chairs? No, that's too small. White colour is grey. It is, isn't it? The light is always... Like, that is white on the walls. But I think part of it is the... potentially the lights are off in this room. Let's put the lights on for a second. But no, you're right. It's pretty grey, isn't it? That wall's pretty grey. That's one of the things. I don't know if any of you guys saw my my Paralives video that I put out earlier in the week. But one of the big differences that game has got over this is the lighting is so good. That's such natural lighting coming through, which I think they're using the same engine. Oh, that's kind of cute, isn't it? Two little dogs. It's a bit babyish though. That's very small. Chairs. We want... There's small chairs, isn't there? There's now a small chair. But not too small. What's this? What size is this? That's probably alright for that. I don't want to go blue though, because I've gone blue outside. Let's go. We'll go red. I think we'll go red. Some red accents in this colour. So that's going to be my main colour, or my accent colour. What else can we do in here? There's not loads of floor space, is there? So we've got a desk and we've got so we want a wardrobe. Potentially this is not the best place for this bed, but it feels like it's got to fit there. I do like all the new furniture, I have to say. We definitely want one of these somewhere. And for our library as well. So I think when I recorded that video, I was saying that these big cupboards are quite good because they don't really have to be used in this context, like kiddies, and that they can work as main room furniture and not children's room if you get the colour combinations right. It's just so silly. Why do I have to click all the drawers? I can't have them white. I want them. Where's the light one? That's what I want. So we're going to go, I think we're just going to go like super plain with the furniture. And we'll do, maybe we'll give him a little kind of hanging out bit there, like a little sofa or something. Super keen on walking straight into a wardrobe, but it's alright. And then these work really well as kind of breaking up the edge of something. Like that. Just softens that edge, but not in that colour. Let's do this. Full on faff mode at the moment, but we'll get there. So let's go with the American elm. Sleepy blue. Can have a look at that. Sleepy blue and red. Big picture in the wall like wallpaper. Yeah, could have. Look, let's have a look what I've got in my gallery then. I don't know how much I've got in there at the moment. I haven't. I need to grab some new stuff to be honest, because I keep using this old stuff. Did we just lose the game? We just lost the game, guys. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, no, not your fault, Sharik, at all. I don't know what that was. Seemed to be unhappy about something. It's never done that to me before, loading that menu, so I don't know. Strange. It should be alright though. Hopefully it wasn't too long ago. Yeah, I was just saying I haven't grabbed any new pictures for a while, but we may well find something that I can reuse from before. No, it's just crashed again, guys. Just crashed again straight away. Let's see how we go. Got back in again. Not sure what that was about. Never seen that happen before. Yeah, just completely threw me out. Let's see where we got up to. Looks like we've done our bits up here. Yeah, so it shouldn't be too far behind. I just turned some of the settings down as well, so it might look a bit worse, but hopefully not too bad. I shall have to investigate why that's happening between the streams. Right, so we weren't too bad. We're not too bad. It's just we've got the bed in, we just haven't done this stuff, but I was messing about with that anyway, so should be all good. And if it goes again, guys, I probably will have to call the stream, but we shall see. Fingers crossed it will be alright from here on. Right, so cupboards, furniture, these guys. Okay, so we were using this thing and we were going with a light one with the American elm and then all this stuff white. Right, so I think we're going to do... Oh yeah, maybe it was the... I don't think it... Maybe I should just click on the gallery and see what happens. If it crashes my machine, it crashes my machine. It's actually not crashing completely out. It's just crashing me back to the desktop. So the only time I ever see that is when I'm working on... I did see that a few times when I was building the modern house. That did crash me a few times, but definitely not seen it for a while. And there's no kind of report function or anything, so not entirely sure what you can do about it, really. Right, so let's have a look. Let's just save it. Do a quick manual save with F5. And let's see what happens when I press the camera, the gallery. It's not the right button, is it? I want that button. Looks like you're all still there. Oh, no, it is. Okay, it is my gallery then, guys. Oh, crap. Okay. I think we can make this work then. I just can't do anything in the gallery. So I'm going to put you back onto the holding screen again for a second, guys. I'm going to boot it one more time. Hopefully we'll get it working this time. Hopefully everybody is all right with me doing that. Right, let's try this again. For real. So that is, there is a, when you're in the game, I won't be able to show you this because it won't come up, but if you, in fact, if you just Google how to create any room in House Flipper, I think what you're asking is specifically how you create a particular type of room. So if you look, this doesn't recognise this as a hallway. Basically, there's a combination of furniture that you need, but there are a couple of articles on like the Steam post and things like that will tell you exactly how to make a hallway. Potentially, it's a mirror. Like you could try a mirror in there, I'd guess. We'll try it for you, right? So no, everybody needs to remind me not to press the crash button, which seems to be the gallery. I have no idea why it's doing that all of a sudden. Well, I have a theory. I've changed some of my memory around this week, and I think that's what's crashing it. But yeah, the game should definitely not just crash you to the desktop when it's run out of memory. No, I don't know then. Sorry. Maybe it needs to have doors off it or something. No gallery. Yes, I will try. I'll try my best to remember. Right, so we lost our chair. Yeah, most of the time I do that as well. I have accidentally created a room and never remembered how to actually specifically get that room. I think there's like 15 different room types that you can do. Again, I have played around with the idea of making a video that just tells you how to exactly make each room, but there's a Steam post as well that someone's done. None shall pass the gallery. Exactly. I'll try and sort that out for next stream though, guys. And if I do have to abandon this, I might do a different, I might, if I can get it fixed before next week, I can try and do a stream another day. We shall see. Hopefully this will work. What chair were we using? It was this guy, wasn't it? It was red. Is it that guy? That's one of the ones that's randomly in two places, isn't it? I think. This one, yeah. Okay, so red. Let's put a door on. For some reason that seems to be immediately important to do. Doors. Internal. Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of different room types that are all weird. There's one that's called the Psychotherium or something like that, which is the weirdest one. It's a room of a certain size with, in fact, we could probably make one in here. What's it called, this room? So if we put a chair, pretty sure this will work. Let's have a little quick look. Let's just put any chair in here. Oh, that might be a bit small. It won't let me link. Have you tried it, Lisa? Because I can. If you try and put the link in there, I think if I approve it, it will be all right. I think that's how it works. But yeah, there's definitely a link. I've seen it. There we go. Look, psycho. What the hell that word is? Mantium. Psychomantium. That's how you get that. So you get that. You just put a room, tiny little room with a chair and a window. So you're like obsessively just staring yourself into a tiny room. I don't understand why you'd ever want to do that. I think it's just a little thing they put in like as a challenge to people, I guess. Let's go carpet in here, I think. Because we've got no carpet anywhere else. Thank you, dude. That's very nice of you. It's been a bit. We've been a bit ropey on the stream today. I haven't got very much done. I'm experiencing technical difficulties, which is a little frustrating, but it's a bit dark, isn't it? But yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. It keeps saying remove. Oh, okay. Oh, that's probably my. That must be my stream settings then. Yeah, so apologies, but I'm pretty sure if you search, dude, you'll find it. It's easy enough to find. But thanks, Lisa, for trying to help out. That's not too bad, is it? I don't know about the texture of this though. It looks a bit like dirty carpet, doesn't it? Tips and tricks video was classic. Yeah, it's really old now. Most of those are not. Unfortunately, a lot of those aren't relevant. I have been asked a few times to make a new one, so we'll get round to that at some point. Yeah, a lot of people found me from that video. Well, I say a lot of people, but quite a lot of my House Flipper viewers anyway found me from that video. Most people come from that video or from the Modern House video. Yeah, stacks of books. Tell me about it. The game is so much easier to play now that they've taken some of those eccentricities out. So we can use these pictures. They're all right. Most of them are a bit crap though, aren't they? This one's not too bad. What colour? We said we were going to go with blue, didn't we? So let's just... We won't buy that for a second. Let's have a look at our blues. Walls. Paint. So... Who was asking for blue? I can't remember. Someone was asking for blue. Like midnight blue or something. I think maybe it was Dennis. Moody Cobalt I really like as a colour. This one I always find a bit too much. But then Moody Cobalt makes it quite grown up. Let's have a look. We'll slap some on the walls and see what they look like. What's quite nice sometimes as well is to use Sleepy Blue. Is Sleepy Blue actually... Oh, okay. This one. I quite like using combinations of them sometimes as well. Not so that you'd especially notice, but so like almost like it's shades of the same colour. Oh, this is the colour I used in the Dr. Seuss thing, isn't it? I used this in the Dr. Seuss kindergarten. Yeah, it's nice that. Kind of like the combination. Let's see. We'll play around with this for a little bit. See what how maybe it would work as a combination. Sleepy Blue. So you want the... Let's try the... It's just the Moody Cobalt, isn't it? I think this is probably going to go... 3 colours is going to be a bit too much. Yeah, I think that's getting a bit... I think that's getting a bit too much there. That one. That's got to go. That's got to go. That's it. Then we'll go. So maybe we'll do this. Goes you fair with a sauna job. Still going. Still in progress. I have been working on it a little bit in the last couple of weeks, but I can't promise you guys when it's going to be. I know it's been a while. It's about a month since I didn't. Well, I think it might actually be 2 months since I did anything on that build. Not sure how I feel about this blues. Let me have a little look, see what I can pop with it. The survey motion thing. Oh, stop motion thing. Got ya. Yeah, I'm gonna do more of those. I think they don't tend to go down that well on the channel, to be honest. I don't get loads of people watch them, but I do quite enjoy making them. So I probably will carry on. Oh, that's not good. That's not good, is it? That doesn't work. That doesn't work. What's he doing? That's alright. Gotcha. I understood. What goes with blue? I don't want to do yellow. In fact, do I even want to do blue in here, to be honest? Because I've done blue here. I think we're not going to do blue, guys. I apologise, but we have done blue and yellow here. I think it may be ahead of its time. Well, that's very kind of you to say, but it may well be. It may well be. It takes a lot of time to do it, and most people don't. I think most people don't subject themselves to such things. Yeah, I think we're going to go green. Josie's just read my mind. Green is going to be our way. Apologies, Dennis, but we've got a blue living room, so right. Let's see what greens we've got. That's actually not too bad. Oh, sky blue isn't terrible as well. That's quite green. Blood red. Blood red. We could say he's a goth. What about it? Oh, let's go. Oh, should we go with that? No, he's too young. He's too young to be a goth. And this is supposed to be grandparents' house, isn't it? That's not green enough. No, not this time, Dennis. I think we're going to go with something other than blue, because we've got the blue. We've got the blue in the other room. Pistachio. Is that the colour I've just put on the wall? It's not, is it? Paint the sunset. That's not bad. It's not enough different though. It's got to be more different. That's too similar. Such a dark name for a pretty colour. What, blood red? We're gonna go. I'm gonna commit to this green, this dark green, and we're gonna embrace this. This is gonna be very. This is gonna be very dark, but I think we're just going to dive in and make it work. It's obviously not great with that combination, but let's try. It's a shame we can't do a picture, because often the pictures make a big difference to the sort of visual. What am I doing? Paint. See what that looks like. I just want to kind of do something a bit different this time, I think. No gallery. Yes, Harriet, 100% right. No gallery. No gallery. Get your hand off the gallery. Some of these colours are just a bit flat, aren't they? Like pastel-y. Like that's a bit pastel-y. That combination doesn't work. Pistachio. You reckon pistachio? Is a pistachio an option? Pistachio green. Pistachio's green. Can I have a look? Well, no, yeah, no, I can't. I'm so easily swayed. You peoples take me in the. I've committed to heavy grain. We're 100% in with heavy grain until I randomly switch to something else. Green looks good. I think the green's alright, but we've got to find something to complement it. That's too dark, isn't it? Pink mist, no. What about the light biscuit? That's a bit wishy-washy, but we'll give it a go. And then this one we'll try as well. It might actually be better. So we'll go big wall. So I think the rule is 70, 20, 10%. That's what you're supposed to do. That's the like balancing of a colour in a room. So you go one colour, you go 70%, one colour you go 20%, and then you like splash with 10%. As long as you don't pick horrific colours, it should be alright if you do that. Just looks a bit wishy-washy. But we're gonna just stick with it for a bit and see if we can bring it together, because sometimes it just comes together when you keep doing the room. Let's just see what that looks like up there. That's a bit better actually. It's got a bit more depth to it, isn't it? Try not to switch the colours all the time. They are flat, aren't they? But I think sometimes it doesn't help the lighting though. Look, so if and we'll drop some FPS by doing this, but if I grab, just for now, grab a couple more spots, wherever they are. And then we just go, oh, we've just blown a fuse. It looks a bit like we've just blown a fuse in this house. Lights have all just gone off. Hello? Thank you. See, look, that makes such a difference. When you put the light just makes it, lifts it a bit. But what you're actually best to do, I think, box room there's less light, is to have, I mean, I think this is a real thing, to be honest, is to have multiple sources of light. So you want like your main light, and then you want almost like accent lights. We'll just shove these in for a minute so we can see this having an effect. But you see, you start to get these different, like, that's not great, but you get different kind of warmth from having up light on down light, and then that's obviously making. And what you see when you get a spotlight, see there, you can see it's only lighting really from there. But then if we get one of the sconces or something, for example, that's going to completely different. So if I stick it right up there, you see we're getting like more of a fill at the top. The lighting's not great in this game in general, but yeah, what you tend to find is it just kind of just comes together. Whereas Crackers, she's good with colours. Yeah, she is good with colours. I think she does the same thing though, to be honest. I think she just commits. I think that's the key. It's just like have a picture and stick to it. I'm gonna go back to this. But they are the sorts of things actually quite often Crackers and I have chatted about this before, is that sometimes what looks good in game is not anywhere near what you'd actually do, because you'd never have a bright pink house. That's looking better. That combination of the white and this colour's not too bad. It's still flat though, isn't it? This colour's still flat. What about this guy? Is that going to be too much? Or even this? Let's have a look. Yeah, and these are sorts of things that work better in a video, I think, because you spend, what tends to happen in the video is that's not too bad. You just cut out the bits that don't look like, you cut all this process out. So when I'm making a video, generally looks like I'm pretty good at choosing my colours, but that's just because I've edited all the bits out where I've gone backwards and forwards. I feel like I want to not have the green. I've just said all that, but I actually like that better. Just the yellow. That's not even white that I'm using there. I don't even know what it is, but it's alright. We'll use that. We're going to go with this. This orange is nice, isn't it? In fact, both oranges are nice, and actually, I think together look actually quite nice. He says, and then isn't sure immediately. I think that's going to be right. I think we'll go with this. We'll make this big wall. We'll keep that big wall. I think we'll go white with it. Yeah, weird. So that is definitely the gallery. That's because it seems to have touched wood, but it seems to have settled down again now. Obviously, my gallery has got an issue. What the game was telling me that you couldn't see was that it didn't have enough memory when it crashed out there. So that's quite playful. I think I like that. Oh, Duxie, sorry, dude. Yeah, in all the crashes, I lost the Twitch chat. It's still open in Twitch, but yeah, I'm not seeing anything that's going on in that chat now. So yeah, apologies, dude. I should have called that out. Right. So many different. Yeah, no green, right? We completely abandoned the green. But I think this is gonna. I think this is gonna work. Don't press the gallery, Toves. We're gonna go. Where's that picture? Where's that picture? Where's our... So we've got that as an option. They didn't add any new pictures, did they? Pictures and paintings. Alright, cool, that's good then. Yeah, okay. You know what I often do actually? Like quite often, I think we did this upstairs, but pick something. You can do it one or two ways. You can either pick a piece of art to match in with the colours, or you can pick a piece of art and then try and match the colours in with it. I don't think we've got anything that's like this purple though, do we? Let's just have a quick look, see. Yeah, I might do the pics off stream. I was hoping to kind of finish this one today, which is maybe not looking that realistic after we had issues. So is that? It's not quite right, is it? It's not purple enough. That's going to be too blue. There's no sort of dark purple, is there? Dirty pink. So many colours that are just pastel and not really. There's not enough that've got any real kind of warmth to them. I think that's often my issue. I can't see the Twitch chat, dude. That's what I just said. I can't. Since the crash, I can't see the Twitch chat. I'm not gonna go back to it because I don't want to break the stream for everybody that's on YouTube. Purple choice is limited. Yeah. I think this is going to be a little nuts now. Yeah, too much. Right, back to the white then. It's a shame because if there was a nice one that worked in with that. Yeah, sorry Duxie, but it's the way it is, dude. Hopefully next week we'll get it sorted. Right, so we don't need you anymore, in fact. We're not going to use you. Ever. Stick that out there. Oh, I've carpeted the hallway. Right, so what can we do in this little corner? Let's we can put a computer or something on this, can't we? So we'll make this like the workstation. What am I doing? Pressing all the wrong buttons. Electronic equipment. Oh, you know what might be quite fun in here? They're like retro TV. Where's that? That's in like, it's here somewhere, isn't it? Is it in Halloween? Are they new? Are these new? I don't remember seeing these before. Have they always been in? I don't remember these at all. The lamps, I remember everything else in here. Might just be me. Right, I'm looking for the retro TV. Where's the retro TV? Valentine's Day? Father's Day? Oh, some of these can be in here as well. This would be quite cool. I've just put that down to remind me to use it, but we've got room for a foosball table. Ew. It's a bit big for this room, I think. Yeah, I think that's probably a bit room. Occasionally Halloween. Yeah, beanbag is possible. That's what I was thinking. Like a little TV spot with a beanbag or something. Occasionally Halloween. I don't remember I'm not even sure I used half of this stuff. I don't remember. I've just seen the TV, by the way. Vanessa's pumpkin. Yeah, I kind of like that TV. I know it's not like, it's just cool looking. It's a cool looking model. Brushy does some really good stuff, I have to say. I'll put that down there for a second. So we'll make a little bit here. No, we don't need the lamp. The new lamps. Oh, have I lost the stream, guys? I'm hoping I haven't, but YouTube's now telling me that I lost the stream. I think maybe it was just momentarily. Goodness me, we've had some fun this evening. This is really odd because like never usually have problems. Occasionally the game crashes, but we seem to have had every problem this week. Right, so we're going to do like a little computer station. So we can do a little monitor. And then we've got 2 computers now, haven't we? Or a couple of different options for computers. I think I'm getting a bit quiet. Right, so computer Sphinx and Phoenix. It does make me laugh that they've just added in a CRT monitor. It's like that's no one has a CRT monitor and hasn't had one for about 10 years. PC version is so cool. I know what I'm looking for. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the drying rack for the kitchen. That one. Because in this context, I think that kind of works as like an office thing. Not that we've got anything we can put in there. I mean, I guess we can put some books around and things, but can't really do a lot with that. I'm on the console. Oh, I see. Yeah, console should be getting... They've said this quite a few times, but the problem with console is that it's harder to update because obviously they don't control Sony and stuff, so I don't know really. I'm just not. I've used those a bunch of times before, and they're cool things, but they're a bit more like grown up. I think I'm just kind of going with it being kind of quite a simple. It's not supposed to be like a gaming, because we've got this as like a gaming room. So I didn't want to create another gaming room. It's supposed to feel more like a workstation. I'll fix that bit of floor in a minute. Yeah, the red tape is the killer. And I do feel a bit bad for them because they're getting quite a lot of flack from console players, saying, you know, they keep seeing lots of releases happening on PC but nothing on console. So I think my suspicion is actually that they've had stuff updated on console for quite a long time, but it's just sat in the approval process. All right, Wesley, take it easy, dude. I'll just put that on the table. We'll get a mouse from that set. Occasional gaming day. We'll get the gaming mouse. In fact, we won't because it's huge. We'll use the other one. Yeah, I think that stuff works really well for that purpose and doesn't work overly well for like just actually like an office. This is supposed to be like a... The room is turning out nicely. Yeah, it's going to come together. These are always the way. It always kind of ends up being that it's the end result that kind of brings it together. We're going to put a radiator under this window because we've got to keep the wee lad warm from those sea breezes. Yeah, so I think what you're going to get on console is going to be like a massive release when they do it. They have said that a few times. Because even the free content, from what I know, there's lots and lots of free content that isn't on console at the moment. So, yeah, and then the DLCs will obviously come behind that. But I think they're probably fairly close to Garden Flipper DLC. Devs are not the best programmer. I don't know if I'd say that, Dennis. They're a small team. You've got a sort of, yeah, they've got a pretty small number of guys there, and I wouldn't say they're not the best, but I think the nature of being a small development team means that you don't necessarily have all the skill set, in house. So I know for a fact that when they made the move to console, it was a really big deal for them. They hadn't done that before in the House Flipper team, and so when they made that move, I think they made that move over probably earlier than they should have done. And I think some of the things that they didn't do right is just kind of manage that release. But I'm imagining what you get in that situation is you've got something that's not quite ready, and whereas you can get away with the concept of early access in PC builds, you can't really do that on console. People on console are not really used to that. Stuff is generally more finished. Right, we were going for a beanbag, weren't we? Busy hippie. Family will miss your presence. Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully it won't be too long. I mean, I do wonder though, because they keep releasing things on the PC version. They keep making the console version more and more out of date. But I think what we're seeing, I think I said this on the stream the other day, I think partly the reason why we keep seeing stuff released, kind of randomly released on PC, is that they're trying to get a version that's the same on both PC and console. And so they have to, in order to do that, they have to keep updating the PC version so that they can add that all into the console version as well. Sort of doesn't really make sense, but I think it is logical what they're doing, and that's the reason they don't want to put stuff into the console version that they haven't got on PC, because they'll end up with it the other way round, flip the other way round. So we got only got the yellow in this room now, so we can do just something different with these. These are small, aren't they? I should do a music room with the guitars and piano. Yeah, different house though, I think, than this. But yeah, I do like that idea. Needs to be a bigger house, I think. There's a few of the sort of grander houses that would make sense for that. It's a bit kiddie, isn't it? Yeah, I do like the suggestion though. That's a bit of a pointless little detail, isn't it? Look at that tiny little detail that changes with that option. actually. I'm doing that up there. I probably need to put the blinds in first. Doors and windows. I'll go with the blinds we always go with. These ones. Yeah, they're cool, those boxes, aren't they? I like them a lot too. Gone are the days where you used to just put like 2 or 3 of the same thing on a shelf and that was all we had. I think that's the other thing with console as well, is that there was a long time on PC where there was really nothing in this game. No real decorations, none of these sort of aesthetic things that we've now got. So there's a big kind of I think it's fair to say that the console version's been out for 6 months and it is actually already well and truly ahead of the version that was out on PC after 6 months. But yeah, I do appreciate it feels a bit of a jip when you look, and if you're a console player looking across the fence seeing all these cool things on PC. We can do this, can't we? Can we get a nicer orange than that? No. Is that the only colour? Dark colour? So this would make this a bit more grown up if we did this. That one. We can't fit them in there. That's annoying. I think we'll just put that under there then. For some reason, I don't know. There is a room a long time ago. I did a boy's bedroom, and it was in a house. It was in one of the houses that had what did it have? It had like jeans randomly. Yeah, it had jeans that you can't buy in the shop. And so I decided to make that was a kid's room because I could leave the jeans kind of just sitting on the bed, which was worked quite well. Right, let's put a few books up on this shelf. Sort of doesn't really matter what these are, to be honest, because they're not really there to be anything other than just kind of props. House of uninvited guests. That is a good memory if you're right. So we're not pretending this child is into gardening. We're just using that book because they look cool. Oh, the Many Generations house as well has got them. You've got a better memory than I've got. That is for sure. It does amaze me how often I cannot remember where anything is in the menus. Right, let's go. So we're going to put these in there. We'll get the other one as well. One of the other ones. Stick those in there. They don't quite sit. There we go, that'll do. Can we change that, please? That's better. To turn that other one round so it doesn't say world's best dad. That's fine. Right, what else can we use in here that's like little props? Little person things, but not too little person. What's this look like? That's the sort of thing a teenage boy would have in their room, isn't it? It's a bit random, but I think it kind of works. case of zombies, break glass. I think that kind of works. None of these other things work, but that's alright. That does kind of work. I don't know why. Random? No. Too much. Too far. I don't really want to go with the guitar because I've got a guitar upstairs. Webcam, maybe up there. See, if I had the, I really need my pictures because I could get a picture of a clipboard or something. Pinboard. I've got a really good pinball picture. I got it really well up there, so I'll do that. I'll do that between the streams. Let's get a lamp as well. A lamp and a plant. I think we need in here. Cheers, Josie. Have a good evening. What about the lights in Christmas? No, Gary. The lights in Christmas. Oh, what you mean as in the... Oh, maybe. What, these guys? Potential. Feels like a little bit of a... what, like up here? That'd be kind of cool. Liking your idea. Let's see if we can get up there. Yeah. I'm liking this idea. It does feel a little bit like a little girl space, but that's definitely a judgment that I shouldn't be making. Because little boys can have the lights as well. We're going to use the coffin to stand on. That's fine. That's totally normal. That's what everybody would do. Stand on the coffin. There we go. Are we on the coffin? Yeah. Do these actually... I think we'll just go white. Is it going to fit nicely? Yes, it is going to fit nicely. Do they light up? Are you telling me they don't light? Oh, they do. Ooh, feel the lag. Feel the lag. Needs something up there. It needs some like kids' pictures and things up there. I'm going to do that. I'll do that between the streams. Or at least I'll find them and then we'll do them next stream. Right, what are we doing now? I keep thinking... See, I think that looks like a computer game. Cyber Drifter. I know we used it outside, but... We used it in the other room as well, but never mind. Okay, so we need a couple of bits down here. A lamp and a plant. Where are we going? Oh, maybe we can give him a laundry basket as well. Can always have these as well. Got to have these around somewhere. Just for a bit of detail. We'll change the sockets randomly in this room for some reason. Let's put those down there. One of these. Up there. Lighting needs sorted out as well. Don't fall in the coffin. No, that wouldn't be good, would it? So lamps. So many things that I think about in this game that would be like cool little additions. Like, I don't know if you... Do you remember those lights you used to see? I don't know if you see them anymore, but they were like a globe. And they, when you put your fingers on the outside of the globe, you got like a little electric thing come from the middle. Almost like a Tesla effect type dealy. Maybe I'm showing my age there. But that's not a thing that people see anymore. I like this lamp, but I don't like the fact that it's gold. I want it a different colour. What's this like? Strobe light? No, I'm not thinking of a strobe light. Different thing. It was like it was almost like it was just a globe, and as you put your fingers on the outside, like the electricity, the static came from the middle and then linked with your fingers. It was totally a thing that kids had, like when I was a lad. I saw them. They're sort of precursor to the lava lamp. Got to have a plate randomly. Kids got to have a plate. Why is that clipping through? That's annoying. You got to be careful when you do those sorts of things. You don't remove the whole. Oh, look, it's like the bottom of the plate's clipping through, or the bottom of the desk is clipping through. What about a mug? That's quite big, isn't it? I just want a little plate on the table. There we go. So that his grandma can tell him. Leaving plates in your bedroom. Right, so we're doing a lamp. We're trying to do a lamp. What's that? Oh, that's those. Plasma globe. There you go. Trey got it. Could give them a jar of sunflower seeds. What do you think this is? We've already established this is the grandchild of some alcoholic surfers. So I don't know if he's going to be eating sunflower seeds. That's a bit of the way, isn't it? Put that over there. For snacks. Too tired to go to the kitchen. It's quite a long way to the kitchen from down here as well, isn't it? What's that doing out there? Eventually we'll get a lamp when I don't get distracted and purchase something else as I'm looking through. Just keep distracting myself. That's not too bad. It's a bit grown up. Excuse me, but it's a bit grown up, but I'm getting weird shadows off of that as well. And what was the last thing I said? I said picture, didn't I? Plant, not picture, no gallery. Decorations, plants. Good old standard fern, and we'll go with a blue pot, and then we'll move that guy, this little box there. Okay, and drinkers keep their nuts. What are you saying? Drinkers keep nuts. They like the salt. Oh, yeah, but the little kid isn't a drinker. Haven't got to that stage yet. Just the grandparents. I want something on the bed, but I don't think I can really get anything up there, can I? There's no oh, you know what we could do? I know what I could do. Let's do this as the last thing. This is going to be a pain in the backside now. Cupboards, shelves. Where are the shelves? Hanging. It's hanging, isn't it? That's it. bear or a bunny. Yeah, I did think that, but it doesn't really fit massively well with the baseball bat on zombie. Break zombies. Break in case of zombies, does it? Maybe it does. Maybe it's alright. So let's do... That's a bit high. Let's do it. Which is the head end here, do we think? Doesn't really matter, does it? Let's do one more. And we'll do... when is Garden Flipper coming on console? I have no definitive answer on that, unfortunately. I wish I could tell you definitively, but I think it's probably fairly soon. We talked about this a bit earlier on the stream. My guess, and it is only a guess, is that they have already pushed it and they're waiting for PlayStation and Xbox to approve. I think that would be the case. It seems very unlikely to me that they would be not that close to doing it. But yeah, no idea otherwise. And it won't just be... I think what you'll get on console is you'll get a whole bunch of stuff before you get the DLCs. Catch the rest a bit later. Alright, thanks for hanging out, for real. If that's how you say it. For real. For real. What else can we put up here? Put a little box in there as well, just for the sake of it. I've made this so difficult for myself, haven't I? Let's move the chair. Just use the chair. There was already a chair there. I don't know why I used a coffin when there was a chair. A perfectly good chair sitting right there. Let's go that. Let's go. We'll go grey, I think. Uh-oh. For some reason it didn't like me picking the grey. Why does it not like me doing that? I can't say yes to this item for some reason. That's odd. I can't buy that item. Am I out of money? No. Oh, I already had it in my hands, that's all. Thought we were having issues. I think we'll just do that as a little. It's got a little bit. Is it possible for you to show on settings how you can look down, please? Oh, I think you asked me this before, didn't you? I'm not really sure, Lisa, what your issue is with it. So I'm just looking. So you mean when I do that? It's just my mouse. It's all it is. It's my mouse. So I don't know if you've got something not set here. What do you think about a decades update with styles from each decade, including houses and furniture? That's a cool idea. Yeah, that's a cool idea, Trey. I've seen a few people do that. Something similar to that on one of the Facebook groups. You seem quite tall. I'm quite low. Are you crouched? So if you press C, you're crouched. Then you're like a little hobbit person walking around in the house. Hello. Yeah, I don't know what else to suggest, Lisa. Or Lisa Andy. I always assume you're Lisa and Andy. I think that's how I'm reading that. We're saying one shelf will be better. Maybe you're right. Oh, I can put stuff on the bed. Interesting. No, not crouched. I don't know what to suggest then, to be honest. I don't think there's nothing kind of special about. There's no like control of the height. I mean, you are a little bit low always, because if you think about how you'd, I'm kind of not that tall compared to that door. I was standing on the chair up here, yeah, to get up to this. We could give him a fish tank as well. There's fish upstairs though, aren't there? Should we do that? Put a fish tank in? Could put a fish tank in there. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah, the decades idea tray is quite cool. Quite like that idea. Do you do theme builds? So I'm going to be doing a theme build very soon, actually. Not on stream, but on my next video. I haven't started working on it yet, but I'm going to be doing a pub. In sort of tribute to the fact that the pubs are opening. The pubs are about to open back up again, so I thought, what better time to make a pub in the game? So that will be. It's a little way off yet because I haven't even started it yet, and I'm slightly behind schedule. But yes, I do sometimes do themes. And in fact, yeah, probably my most themed thing was the Dr. Seuss daycare. I don't really know why I came along with that idea, but I just decided I was going to do that. What's your favourite decade style? I don't really know, to be honest. Good question. I do like things that kind of I like things that are a mix. Yeah, true, Lisa. Unless they lock down again like Leicester. Let's all get to the pub really quickly. If you can get to the pub. No, don't. It's probably a bad idea. You might get one pint and then they'll ring the bell and send everybody home for lockdown again. Or do we think this is done? I think maybe this is done. I think maybe if I can get this, I won't do it between the streams. Maybe I'll just get the pictures ready and we'll come back and do it. It slightly annoys me that this is overhanging the edge of the bed, so I might change that as well. Making a karaoke bar, that sounds cool. I don't know what my favourite decade would be. I would say probably I like things that are a mix of modern and something. I don't think I would say a whole particular decade. But like I quite like 50s stuff, I quite like 60s stuff. I actually quite like 40s things as well, like Art Deco style. But I think it would be a bit much to have a whole, like I wouldn't want to live in. I mean, I generally tend to make the rooms like how I think I would quite like to live in them, and not just theme a house for the sake of it. I don't know. I've never really tried that. Maybe I'll try it one day. Right, so I think maybe we're done in here. That was 2 hours, so I've extremely slow to get to that point, but we'll go for a bit longer and we'll at least start this next room. So this should be easier because I'm probably going to be able to just hopefully get this done a bit quicker. So we're going to go, this is going to be our office space, we said. So desk. I'm just going to have a wee drink of water. Because it's essential to stay hydrated when you're blathering. Excuse me guys, I keep clearing my throat today as well. It's not corona, I'm corona free. Right. Oh, you mean that sort of thing? Well, yeah, I use a lot of grey. I use a lot of grey, Lisa, because I think grey works with everything, and it's quite on trend at the moment. The shelf over the bed looks too low. Don't know, Dennis. I put an alarm clock on it, so you'd want to be able to reach the alarm clock. It's supposed to be the foot end of the bed, not the pillow end of the bed. Scrolling randomly. Right. So we do have this hideous old school desk. Is there any way to make this desk look okay? Cedar. Ugh. Some of these woods, look at, I mean, that is horrible. Blech. That is so horrible. Is there not an oak? Why is there no oak and there's no American elm in this one? So there's American elm on the top, but not on the actual. And then these are, ugh, no, I can't use it. I can't use it. It's a shame because it looks like a model they've spent quite a lot of time working on, but it's not going to work for me, I'm afraid. Yeah, see, I like the reason I like the sort of I like the 20s too, Dennis. Actually, I have to say, I quite like minimalist stuff, like things to look fairly clean. But then I also like kind of industrial looking things as well. So like a brickwork, like I really like exposed brick, which is why I never upgraded the masonry perk in this, because you always then get that nice brick. You never get it if you don't do that. Isn't there a metal? Is there one that you can make look kind of metal? Yeah, it's this one. Steel. I think that's the only one that you can have like a steel colour. Right, so we're making this an office, aren't we? So an office / library. So let's just put this, we'll just put this over to one side a second, hoping that we can run bookshelves all the way down this wall. And we have new bookshelves we can use. Furniture, cupboards. So, what do these look like? Oh, you know what we should do in this room first, actually? Before we do this, in fact, let's just put this... I'll put this out there for a minute. Because this is going to be like an office, so this is going to need all the... This is going to need all the mouldings. Which we didn't do in the other room, but that's fine. Are you putting a computer here? I don't know. probably not. I think it's going to be an office. Like we've sort of decided this is an old guy, an old couple. So it would be really cool to be able to have the laptop, wouldn't it? Like to actually have the laptop. But you can only have the laptop if you move your office. Nothing's made like a loose to you, and everything is now cheaply made. Oh well. Yeah. I think that's a commonly held belief, isn't it? I'm not sure how I think the difference is, especially architecturally, one of the things I notice with buildings especially is that people, like in the the sort of Victorian era building, it was almost like stuff was made to be beautiful just for the sake of it, just because they could. Now you look at things that are like industrial buildings, sometimes factories, or things that are even just like power station things made to look beautiful, and they didn't have any other purpose other than for that. They weren't to be looked at, they were just kind of. So I think that's definitely one of the differences. That's one of the sort of shames that we don't really tend to do that very much anymore. Right. So I kind of want to go skirting boards, but I think if I go skirting boards, I won't be able to put the shelves in there. So let's go shelves first. Open blinds will look good in this room. Yeah, you can't actually put blinds in that you can lift, can you? No, they're either like that. But yeah, I know what you mean. You know what would look really nice would be wooden blinds. That would be lovely to have in the game. We might go green in this room actually, or something dark. It's not quite skinny enough for what I want it to do. Is there another option for that? Shelves. So there's these. How wide are these? These are skinny. It's not quite skinny enough. Navy blue. Potentially navy blue. I was trying not to use another blue because we've used the blue in the living room, but I might be persuaded. Can they be stacked? They can. Amazing. They can be stacked. Can they keep being stacked? It's probably going to be too many, but right. So let's get. So we might go with those because they look like this. They're nice and skinny. I think we'll just keep them simple and white. Yeah, I do like a bit of art deco as well, Dennis. I think I like things that kind of fusion. Like if you can mix together stuff that's of a certain era with things that are modern, that's what I kind of like. It's a shame it doesn't go down here. But we said No, yeah, Dennis, I thought you were expecting me to do the stack there, but no, we didn't. Clearly, we didn't actually need to. Use the single shelves under the cupboards. Does that work? I don't know if that would work, would it? We can try. This is so confusing, this system now. So you're saying put one of these and then try and put the shelf on top of it. I've just got to move this all round then for a second. I think it's too... It does go on top though, you're right. Do we try this then as an idea? Let's give this a go. We'll go with your... Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down there, Alicia. I've got you. I'm with it. In fact, this would be cool for paneling, wouldn't it? Yeah, I did talk about this in the last episode, I think. But I need pictures again. But we could do this, so let's try this then. We'll go with Alicia's idea. Put these guys along the wall. And that's the right length. And then we'll yoink this up there, in theory. And then I can't get anything in that corner. See, what I was thinking was paneling under there. But I can't do that without going back into my gallery, and I cannot go into my gallery because it will crash the game. So for the time being then we'll try this. I don't think I've ever used these dark panels. Try the single shelf piece. What do you mean underneath? I think this can work. Oh, you mean like stacked? Maybe. Art Deco paneling in the game. Are there? What's that then, Dennis? Right, where am I going? I'm looking. I'll try this out then for a second. In fact, what we could. I wonder if this would work. Try this out. We'll go with this idea for a second. See if we can make it. If we can make it stick. How tall are these? These are not very tall, are they? But they're skinny. Can they be stacked? Is this is eating into my... This is getting into my desk space. So if I take that one away, that will stay, but yeah, I think I kind of know what you mean, Alicia. I'm just not sure whether that's going to be what I want to do. We'll try it though. We'll have a look. We'll have a look. So I could kind of make legs for this, like putting. But I've seen a whole load of people doing this on the Facebook group. I don't actually think it looks all that great, to be honest, but I'll try. So you can without going in there every time, you can make these kind of almost like stacked things now with these. But they are a bit like doing, oh, this is fiddly. They're a bit like doing the paving slabs thing. You end up with this edge, and I'm not sure I'm loving that, and I don't even know if I'd be able to get all the way to the floor. Would I be able to? I guess I can. I just don't think I like it, to be honest. I think I'm not sure that's what you were saying, but if that's, it just doesn't. I think the reason why when I do the stacking, I do it out of context of a real house, because it doesn't look right. It never looks kind of real enough. Just going to see which one of these I prefer. No, that's not how you do it. That's the same. What? That's the same. What am I doing wrong here? Did I just buy two of the same panels? Pack of dark coloured narrow. They're exactly the same though, aren't they? Oh, I see. No, they are slightly different. The widths are slightly different. Start at the bottom, work up. Yeah, I'm just not sure I like the aesthetic of it, to be honest. I think it's not quite doing it for me. I think I'd rather try and make this work, where two of these stacked on top of each other, and then move the shelves up. These don't stack, do they? Oh, they do. They do stack. It just doesn't like the windowsill. That's all right. The magic of gravity defying cupboards. So, in fact, actually, let's try this. Maybe we don't need to do the whole hanging shelf thing. Maybe this will just look better. What if we just go like that? It's a shame it's not quite the right size. and I'm now in front of the window. No, 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 no. I think we'll just go. I think we're just going to go with one of these units. Like, just do this and put the shelf on top of it. Why is that not going to go back into the right spot? It's not going to let me put that exactly in the corner. Never mind. Why are they all out of alignment all of a sudden? Let's try this again. It's just been... Sometimes it does this thing where it snaps them onto like an entirely different grid somehow. I don't understand how it does it, but... So that's fine. That's all now nicely lined up. So if we put this up here... Yeah, so I think that'll look nice. And then if we put the desk... Where do we put our desk? Shoved it in there, didn't we? So it's going to be... That's not going to be great. And that height... Let's go that way round. It's not quite coming together at the moment. I don't know why it's not coming together. I'm not feeling like it's kind of clicking. I quite like that idea, but I think it's not going to work for me. I think I prefer just to go with a desk that goes across the wall. And then I think this will look good when we've got it stacked with books. For now it's going to look a bit meh. But once we've got stuff on there. Yeah, I could have gone with a different desk, but come on. And then this could maybe down this end. Go back to our little combo just to end it. No, that's too big. It's a really small room, isn't it? I suppose that's part of my problem. Right, let's go back to paneling the wall. Did we decide we like this wall in this paneling, or could we use a wallpaper? So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is between the streams, I'm going to use this. I'm going to get a piece of art. Well, I'm just going to make a white piece of art. I don't have to keep going back to that, do I? And I'm going to use that to put in a border. Well, I'm gonna use that to put in a separate bottom panel onto this wall. Desk down the wall look good. Use high shelving and put baseboard on bottom of wall. Use high shelving and put baseboard on bottom of wall. I think we're gonna stick with this. I've kind of got a picture in my head at the moment. It's not easy for me to describe it, but I want to make this feel like it's reasonably kind of traditional in here, but not obsess about it too much. And a more strip. Is this gonna fit? Right. So what I'm gonna do in between the streams is get just a picture that's like a wall panel. Almost like wood paneling, because you can't go half wood panel, you can go half tile. It's not in alignment again. So then I'll block that bottom section out, so it will just be papered up there. And right, so what were we saying about windows in here? We were saying about blinds, weren't we? Doors and windows. So these guys up here. I mean, we're going to make this nice and dark, weren't we? I think we were looking at green. I think someone suggested blue, but I think we're going to go again back to the green, see if we can make it work in this room. And potentially want to change the floor in here as well. So walls. Just have a look at those tiles in case I wanted any of those. Right, it's not loads of green options, are there? It's this heavy green. I do like the moody cobalt though, so we might just pull that out for a second. This is pretty much the only. The rest of these greens are very light. So let's go. We'll get that out. They should add half panel wall. Yeah, I agree with you, Alicia. And they've got half panel tiles, so kind of makes sense now. That's the wrong tool. It's never quite what I want it to be, that green. It's never quite there. I don't know what it is. I think it's not dark enough. It's not quite racing green. It's a little bit too light. It doesn't look like a classy green. It just looks like a green. Like this grey fog is a really nice kind of, looks kind of classy. Yeah, so that is so much better. Abigail, you say make a lounge room? Because I have made a lounge room. In fact, I've made 2 lounge rooms in this house. Which, if you haven't seen them, I will happily show you them. Right, this needs skirting. So let's go. I think we'll steel grey. Yeah, it is. It says moody grey, but it's not grey at all. It's blue. But it's one of the nice. I think it's one of the nicer colours in the game, to be honest. This and the greys in the game are really nice. Can I get you out there, please? Is only one window being painted on the inside? Yes, I think so. In fact, I think neither of them will be. I prefer the white. I prefer it. I might go back and paint that in the greys in a second. I don't know why I do this sometimes, but I do. I quite often do the tops sometimes and leave the sides. I think we'll fix that in a second. I think we'll go with grey. Try using the Ratitone wall light on both sides of the window. Ratitone? Ratitone? I don't know what that is. That's not what we want, is it? Steel grey. And then we want the small one. Steel grey. Gonna need one more of those. The Ratitone. I'll have to look at what that is. I think I know what you mean, but both sides of the window. Questionable whether that's going to look good. I shall have a look in a second. Is my desk going to cover up this? I don't want to put because the game quite often. Yeah, I'm not gonna put the skirting on that back wall because it will bring the desk out further than I want it. Abigail, I think you probably just need to go back and watch the previous streams. There's a laundry room there. There's one lounge here. We called that the snug. And then we have a lounge up here as well. Right, so yeah, see that's my point about the skirting. It's like the collision around the skirting is so annoying that I'm going to actually remove that one as well. Because you can't get it, you can't get things. I mean, it's fair enough, they should be slightly off the wall, but skirting boards don't need to have a hitbox at all as far as I'm concerned. Just let us put stuff overlapping. Right, not using the green anymore. What was I getting told off about? I was getting told off about the inside of the windows, wasn't I? So I'm going to be contrary, and I'm going to do it in Silver Glacier. Just because. Get that little bit in there as well. Not sure about the desk anymore, but we'll see once we've replaced the floor. I need to get rid of this light as well because it's rubbish. Right, so what were you saying? Ratitone. I'll tell you why I don't like these, and I never use them, is because they're not symmetrical. Because they should be like sconces, right? So you'd want more than one of them on the wall. So I have attempted to use these a few times as like bedside lights, but you can only ever have it going with the bar that way round. So if you were going to actually use them as sconces, it works that side, but it wouldn't. This just wouldn't be how you'd have it. You'd have the bar the other way round, because it's not symmetrical. They're asymmetrical, and that just kind of kills my brain a little bit. And I don't think there is an alternative to that in that piece. I do like this set though. I do like that. So maybe we can find. It's the same with these as well. Like they only go one angle. Oh no, you can't. There is no angle on these. Interesting. Oh, we could give that to our little. Could give that to our little boy. Let's go back in there a second, see if this will fit up here. Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame because there's some of these things they've done, like we've got the whole thing on some of these newer pieces. We've now got the size variants, not on these, but they didn't do it on those pieces, which is a bit of a shame because they are actually nice models. Like I do like I like that, for example. Right, let's sort out the floor. Right, so our options are we completely change the floor, or we just look at a rug. It's too dark. Yeah, that's not terrible. I think I'm going to change the desk out, but I actually quite like that. I think that rug will work. Is that the best? That's too big, isn't it? It does actually fit. It does actually completely fit. Does that look weird? Yeah, it looks weird, doesn't it? It's too much. Lazy developers. Lazy developers. The border shouldn't scale like that. That's literally just the same thing made bigger. It's not even a different model. See what I mean? Like the proportions are different. Like that, pointing at my screen, but you can't see me pointing. Like a madman pointing at my screen. What's wainscoting? God, you guys, all the ideas today. What's wainscoting? I know what that is. You can stack skirting boards to make wainscoting. I'm intrigued though. What is it? Oh, what, like a sort of weatherboarded thing? Yeah, it doesn't. A skirting board. Oh, what? Yeah. You could definitely make it. You could do like. You could do sort of striped, horizontal patterns if you wanted to. It's kind of cool, isn't it? That's kind of cool. Not for this room, but I think, yeah, kind of cool. Right, we're going to change this desk out, I believe. That's not the right tool. That's what we want. Can it turn vertical? Oh, I see what you mean, Lisa. I see what you mean. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't know if this one can. No, it can't. But there is something that can turn. Something that can turn, isn't there? I think I've seen this somewhere. There is something that can turn vertical, but maybe it's not any of the moulding. Let's just try. Let's see. So I'm not getting the, I'm not. It's not getting an option. Panel, but halfway up the wall. Yeah, but we can only do a horizontal. Let's have a look then. Let's have a look. So the trouble is it doesn't give you a wood colour. You do want to be able to go vertical with these, don't you? That's the problem. I'm sure I've seen something that could rotate. That surprised me that I could rotate it, but these are not giving me the option to rotate. So all we could do is we could panel, we could do this vertically, but I think it'll only really work with the one that's completely plain, like this one. They don't. Alright, let's try. Let's have a little look. This has been a stream of many experiments. I'm loving it. You can't snap them perfectly together. Why can I not? I could do it on this side. Oh my god, this game sometimes. The eccentricities of this game sometimes. Why is it letting me... It won't let me snap them. So there, it won't let me put it down on top of it. But on that side it will. What? What? Why would that be? Is it because I've got that there? Oh, that's just nuts. So that wall behaves differently to that wall. That one is definitely snapped right down on top of it, sitting. Oh, I wonder if that's the difference between an external wall and an internal wall. That they've got like different rules or something. I mean, we could kind of do like a... Yeah, we could do like this. I think the idea that I had is going to look better though, so I just can't do it now. I think if I just put a white picture there, so I'm going to get a picture that's going to look like a wall panel, and then I'm going to put those along, and I think that will look like more like panelling. If we didn't have the problem with my gallery loading, then I'd be able to do it. Right, I was getting rid of the desk, wasn't I? I think the only things you can turn horizontally, vertically, sorry, are the. I think you can turn one of the shelves, if I'm right. I think you can turn these things. Yeah. So these will let you go that way. But then that doesn't really help. Yeah, I need a desk that's going to make sense with these. I don't know if I want to go super modern though. I'm going to look again at the same desk but with a different colour. Just want to look at this a second. So that's the one I had. I think I'm going to go with that, actually. And then I think I'm going to make the floor dark. Floor panels. This one. I'm not a big fan of some of the other desks, to be honest. I kind of tend to end up using one of 2 or 3 of them. Let's have a look at what this guy looks like. Yeah, I liked it. I just didn't feel like it really. Why is this one so much higher? Maybe it's the floor that's the problem. Maybe the floor was the wrong choice. I think I got excited because I saw a floor that I hadn't used before. Oh, there's darker ones now as well. What's that like? Ooh, that's quite nice. So is that dark enough to make that? Is that dark enough to make that grey desk work? See, a lot of these feel like, they don't feel like desks to me. That doesn't feel like a desk. That feels more like a bedside table, like a dressing table. Same with that one. Right, where is it? Where's it gone? That one wasn't it? That's it. Something's just not, it's just jarring slightly. I wonder if it's these. I wonder if it's those shelves. Furniture. God, I'm so bad at looking for things. I'm so terrible. I'm so terrible at the things. This? Does that make me feel better about this? Maybe it will. I think this will work better because once this has got stuff all over it, oh, it doesn't quite go up that end, does it? Yeah, once this has got things on it, there'll be a whole load more colour in the room anyway. Oh, come on, you bugger. Come on. And doesn't like the fact that I've got the rail there. Patience. Patience, patience, patience is the name of the game. There we go. I'm sure I didn't have trouble with it before. I'm pretty sure I put the the rail in that wall after I'd put the shelving units up. That way round. Side. Is that it? Is that the way round? Okay, I'm going to take this out because I'm going to end up when I change that put the panel in, and I'm going to have to move all that again anyway, so yeah, as you say, Alicia, going to have to change it all anyway. Okay, so let's get you, where's the light gone off? Let's get a lamp on the desk there. These really annoy me, these lights, because they don't, the light source doesn't come out of the right place. Do you like watching HGTV? This old house. I think they should add this old house DLC. I don't think I've seen that one. Trey, I do like HGTV though. Quite a few that I watch on there. Those numerous with those brothers that I quite like. The twins. I'm gonna just check something if we can do. Can these be plain coloured? They can. So can we give this like a Shakin' Stevens song? I wasn't going to say, Lisa, because I didn't want to date myself too much. But yes, I get your reference. Shakin' Stevens, God. Whatever happened to Shakin' Stevens? Is he still alive? What was that? What was actually his name? I don't know. Dark blue. It's not quite dark blue enough. So Property Brothers is on that is on HGTV in the UK. We don't have PBS. We got a Sky channel called HGTV, basically a cable channel. Trying to find a little kind of topper to add on here. Is he still going? I probably only know him from the Christmas song, to be honest. What's the Christmas song, Lucy? You seem to be down on your Shakin' Stevens knowledge. There's a desk where the top changes colour. Yeah, I know. I don't like that desk though. It's massive. What about red? Red might look alright. It's got to go over a nudge. In fact, not. I think the green was better. I think we'll go with the dark green. It's not quite perfect, but I think it will do. I think once I've got some more stuff on there, you kind of won't notice it. That it's not quite lined up perfect. It needs to come forward a bit, doesn't it? But it's all right. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Yeah, that's right. I think you just wanted me to sing it. That's all that happened there. That's the best one, isn't it? That's when you know it's Christmas, when you hear Shakin' Stevens singing. This is not going to mean anything to anyone who's not English. But that's fine. We had our little moment. We had our little moment with Shakin' Stevens. Oh dear. Got to have a picture of the beach. Who's this then? Is this the daughter? Maybe this is the daughter. I am your daughter. It feels like it's setting itself up for like a typewriter. It feels like it needs a typewriter or something in here. I didn't really want to go with a computer, but there's not really another option, is there? Oh, I could go with this. Oh, let's go with a CRT monitor. Definitely. 100%. Stop the Cavalry. That's actually my favourite. That's actually my favourite. Yeah, that's definitely my fave. Yeah, they seem like fairly easy things to change, right? Like to add in more of those pictures. Like we don't need you to change the frame, just put more pictures in there. Give us it should, the way that should work, I think, is you should just be able to click on that and there should be like 5 or 6 different options in here and not have to have a different menu item for it, because that's the thing, is that menu items are just getting a bit out of control, crazy now. Right, so where is this new monitor? This new old monitor? It should be in electronic equipment, but I didn't see it in there. Maybe I was just, oh, it's right at the top. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. Perfect. Hanging plants. Yeah, what baskets? I suppose you could have hanging baskets, couldn't you, outside? That would be a nice addition. Let's put one of these in here somewhere. Right, I'm not going to subject you all to me stacking books on there. So I'll probably do that off stream. I think we'll use that kitchen thing again. in here. So just because it always kind of feels like it's almost like an in tray out tray sort of thing. It's a bit big for it. Maybe over there would be better. Needs to update Windows 95. Exactly, yeah. Does look like that. I don't even know if Windows 95 is... maybe. Windows 3.1 it feels like, maybe, on there. My friend has just bought hanging... Actually, my friend has just bought a hanging plant. First thing is I said is that so 70s. Hang on a minute. Weren't you the one just talking about Shakin' Stevens? I don't know if you can... I don't think you can bring that to the party all of a sudden. Right, I'm glad these aren't glitching out, because these were glitching out last time we used them like this as well. Right, we need a keyboard. There's only this one, isn't there? And then the one in the games thing. We've got a lot of hardware in this house, that's for sure. I feel like maybe this needs to not be quite so centered as well. Kind of needs to go over there. That can stay there. So I can't stand why we can't buy a toaster. Yeah, folded clothes. Toy cars. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. There's so many things that have been like in. I think I've actually even said that on the live streams with them, with the developers, because I've sort of said, you already have that. Like, you already have that object. You already made it because it's in the game. We can use it in those houses. That's what I was saying before about the folded jeans. Like, they're in the game. Why can't I just buy them in the store? It doesn't seem like it's that much more effort. But they weirdly they like create new objects before they just put. You'd think that would be the first thing they'd have done. Just put all the stuff that's already in the game into the store. It's very strange. Toaster's only in one house, isn't it? And I think there's another room. Is it Admin Legends? It's got all of those DVDs standing up. They're like boxes of DVDs. What am I looking for? It's massive, isn't it? Doesn't quite. I could go over there though. Maybe a radiator here. And the laptop. Yeah, same. Agree with you. Seems a bit weird. I don't know if there's a reason. As you say, it seems like it. For me, it would make sense to just put those in because we've already got them. And the same thing happened with the tools actually, because the tools, some of these tools were available in houses. Because the first office you get, whatever it is, the shack or whatever it is, has oh, that's a shame that's green, has the has some of the tools in it, and then they eventually added that into these houses for us, or into the store, sorry. That's massive, isn't it? I think we'll leave that. Next project is to make a fixer-upper. What, in real life, Dennis, or in the game? Are you going to make one? You're going to make a house that needs fixing up? I'm confused. Isn't that the game? think we want that in here. That can go up somewhere though. Okay, explain then. Tell me what you mean. You're going to make it so that the house is when you sell it, is still a unique fixer-upper opportunity. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the mouse. There it is. Candles on the window in an office, in a man cave. No. He's been forced to have a plant. That's as far as the man cave rules go. But the compromise would it has to be a succulent and doesn't take much maintenance. Don't forget your teaspoon. Yes. Oh God, did I have to go through a whole process to get that teaspoon onto that cup? I think I did, didn't I? Oh, I don't want two of the same. What kind of insanity is this? Did I have to go through a whole rigmarole of getting that onto that? Oh dear. I think I did. The things I do in this game. Didn't know it was a man cave. Yeah, it's the man cave. It's the. Were you not? Maybe you weren't here for the story. So the story of this house is. This wasn't my idea. It was someone. It was you lot. It was you lot basically. That they are aging surfers. So they're surfers, but they're old. And they've got an alcohol problem, basically. I think you've opened up a whole can of worms here, Lisa. Right, so I think I'm going to try this once, and because we're 2.5 hours in now, 3.25 hours in fact. Yikes, this has got to end soon. I'm going to try it once. If I don't get it right on the first try, it's not going to happen. That's good enough. That is good enough. Baywatch old or MTV old. Yeah, they're retired, but they still go out for a surf. What else can we do in here? This I think sometimes looks like an old radio, like an amp. What have we got on there? We've got this stupid massive safe now. That's annoying. It's annoying that it clips in there. It doesn't go on here, does it? It's too big. I think I'm going to ditch the safe. Oh, I didn't know you could open the safe. Oh. What am I planning on the shelves? I'm planning on the shelves to off stream put 1,000 books on there, basically, or however many books it is. I'm probably going to put a couple of boxes and things, but I'm not going to do that on the stream because it would be mind-numbingly boring. Alright, is there anything else? Is there anything else that makes sense in here? Something kind of... We want something that's like decorative. Donkeys? Decorative donkeys? No. Thank you, Trey. Appreciate it, dude. So none of this stuff really fits that well to what we're doing in here. I think it just needs a coffee machine. Nah, not really. I don't think so. It just needs something up here, doesn't it? But not like this is all very a little bit too decorative. I mean, I could just put more plants in, I guess, but I didn't really want to do that. Put a little bowl in, I guess, up there. Be like an ashtray. I don't know. I think it just needs. Those don't look right there. I think it just needs a few pictures, but I can't do pictures because it'll break. If I put a taller one over there, in fact, let's move that to the other side. That's better. Skull light. No. Don't think so. You know what they should let you do actually? Is they should just actually let you Tovian grab. What are you saying, Harriet? I need to remember when Tove says this should be quick. Yeah, that's true. This is totally like it's Tovian for grab tea, biscuits, and gets comfy. Yeah, because the whole like day has just gone past. 3 hours and 20 minutes. I've done 2 rooms. It's a wonder you're still watching. What are you all doing with it here with me, people? What are you all doing? Yeah, no, I did, didn't I? I said, nah, this one, I'll bash. I think I even used the phrase, I should just be able to smash this one out. 3 hours later. 2 hours. What I've been working on this one for an hour, I think, haven't I? Working on this room for an hour. It's going to have chives. Every man needs chives in his office. God, that's so awful. No, just can't do it. Alright, I think I'm going to wrap it up very soon, guys, because I've gone to that stage of it's not quite clicking. That's yeah. Don't spill water on it while you're. Well, that was why. Yeah, we're not gonna worry too much about that. Oh my god, can they just have some categories of plants, please? I always end up back with this guy because he's like the exact right size for every purpose. And I ended up with that blue pot. It's like the trademark of every one of my rooms and every one of my houses. Right, alright, we're going to put a chair in and then I think we're going to call it a day there, guys. Very much appreciate you all sticking with me through all the technical difficulties and the dribbling brain functions. We want a nice coloured chair. Not that colour though. Can we not just get like a nice... Oh, that's black, is it? Okay. I'll just go with black. Why won't you turn? Oh, no, yeah, nearly there. Nearly there. It's not my finest of rooms, I have to say, this one, guys. It's definitely a struggle when you can't take the walls down. But it is a challenge. And I knew the rest of the house was going to be easy until I got to this room. I don't like these sconces very much. No. But that is the rule we set. I'm not a big fan of this light very often. It doesn't light how it's supposed to. Like, there's not lights coming out of half of that. There's one up there. It's like 2 light bulbs on. Yeah, it's all right. It's come out all right at the end. It's just a little bit. It's a little bit lacking at the moment. But I think once I put all the stuff on that shelf, it will come together. Yeah, I think once I fill these shelves out, that'll be the thing that kind of brings it together. Right, stick a door on it. We could go with one of the new doors in this, in theory. One of these guys, but in the dark. Yeah, not my best work, this one, guys, I have to say. But it's all right. I think, as I say, I think it will. If I can get that panelling to work, and I can get that all filled out, it will be all right. Right, let's get rid of some of these. Not actually sure which one of those is white. So right, we did this. This is quite nice. I'm quite liking this. It's quite fun. No door and a door frame. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. So we are... Let's go right back up here then. Through the lag. Yikes. Oh, this was the best achievement of the stream as well. This is my finest moment. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I've started so well in this house, and it's tailing off. bloody oven always on, running up my electricity bill. Right, and I'll try and sort out some of these, why I've got this issue with the memory and the lag and all that sort of stuff for the next one. That door needs to go the other way, doesn't it? There's always one more thing to do. Right, that's it. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. Very much appreciate it. Appreciate you sticking around. Don't forget to sub and like and all that good stuff, and share and all those things that you're supposed to tell people to do. And yeah, these are regular Tuesday things, so hopefully see you next Tuesday. And I'm hoping to get some videos back out on House Flipper next week as well, although I've said that the last couple of weeks, but they're coming soon. Alright guys, have a good day, evening, morning, whatever the time of day is for you, and I shall catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy.